Hello and welcome back to this episode, which is about branding. Now, I didn't want to talk too much about our brands, because by very nature of the fact that you are within the interior design specialization, you are fully aware of the colors, of the images, of the brands, because by nature that is what you do. What I wanted to talk about is more the consistency of your message, because this was one of the things I think I definitely made mistakes. I really have made mistakes in my business career. The previous business that I was involved with, that I sold up 2 years ago, I sold up and created my own consultancy company, Interiors. We are a design and build company. I was involved with that business, probably that one, for about 15 years, and I can cringe now thinking about how bad our branding actually was, and it really will affect your business. You need to be consistent. My mistakes were about, or our mistakes in that business were, continually maybe adding different agencies, some different advertising people sending out copy for an advert, and color finishes, and you can't imagine Coca-Cola starting to come out with all sorts of different reds or different sorts of typesets. I mean, I know that's extreme, but this is the principle that I'm talking about. The on message, the actually being on message with your brand is maintaining the fact that you have this statement. We have spoken and gone deep about our avatar, our perfect client, but we also need to ensure that once we keep on communicating with that, we're going to get to finding these clients in the rest of the marketing that we're going to get to in this course, which will blow your mind how advanced this now is. If we don't consistently give the right message and the same message, we will make mistakes. And that is not what we want to be doing here. So I'm going to put a download which are my brand guidelines for my business, for Company Interiors. It has a website. All the colors are consistent. When we start to do social media advertising, we would ensure that that is then consistent, and we will be talking about this with you later when we get into the wagon wheel of social media and how we find our clients. So just make sure you adopt your brand guidelines. The colors and finishes are all important to this. So we want to make sure that we have the right typeset. We want to make sure that that is on brand, and all the fonts that you're going to use are documented in your brand guidelines. If there is ever an employee or someone else within the organization, it is impossible to go outside these brand guidelines. So it's the guidelines which we are getting over here. Brand guidelines, keep consistent always. So we will then make sure that we are on message. So the brand can also have its brand statements as to its what it holds dear, what are the beliefs of the brand, what are the mission statements of the brand. Make sure that they are always the same. So that goes on a bit further from colors, finishes, fonts. These are the colors of the brand, and the Pantones, whatever we are using, keep that always the same. Keep the message, be on message. That is a marketing term to ensure that the story is consistent, the messages are always consistent. As they go out through your social feeds, ensure that you have consistency. When we're building this, we need to know that potential client will see you on different medias, and they need to instantly have recognition that that is you and that is your brand, that is your company, your organization, your personality even. So make sure that we're consistent. You can even write these brand guidelines down and ensure that they all go out on message and everything is the same. Now, lastly, what I just want to say about our brand guidelines is that I paid an agency to come out with my logo and my colours and give me my brand guidelines. I overspent. I definitely did overspend on that. And we're going to get to websites later on in the course, and I just want to ensure that when we're talking about websites that we also don't go overspend on that, because it's there for a brochure. It's not there, it doesn't really work very effectively on SEO to start bringing in our clients. I'm going to show you a better way and a cheaper way to do that. But the brand itself, it does stand for different features. Now, we have a lady called Kay Putnam who's within the Teachable platform. I'm going to leave a link below on the course notes where you can get in touch directly with Kay, and then you want to probably go as a link onto her site. She's on YouTube as well, and she will go much deeper into the archetypes of a brand, because the fonts have effects with what you're trying to say. The colors will have effects on what your message is. So you might be aware of a lot of these things within your interior design or your design skill base, but the business side of this, the brand side of this on message, you need to make sure that you have got that right. So cover that all off with Kay. Fantastic look into that. She's got free courses as well as paid courses, but well worth catching up with her and making sure you are all on brand. Okay.